everyone, it's Imogen and welcome back to Colouring Kid. I hope you're all doing well. In today's video I'm going to be sharing my haul for the month of February 2022. I'm still getting over my cold and cough, got a bit of a croaky throat still, but I'm feeling a lot better and I'm glad that I am still up to making videos. I'm going to get straight onto it. I'm very excited to share with you my haul. But firstly, I wanted to show you this gorgeous crochet octopus that my friend Sarah Jane made for me. I absolutely love it, and we saw each other a couple of weeks ago. We hadn't seen each other for a while, and I made her a few things because her birthday was then, and she made me this, and I absolutely love it. And I got it on display. I am no good at this sort of stuff. She is incredible at it. And I love the colours as well, and it's just so sweet. We've got quite a few of the Jellycat octopus like cuddly toys, and they are just so gorgeous, and this fits in really well with them. And I think she had to crochet each individual tentacle as well to put on it. I just absolutely love it. It's so sweet. I just had to share that with you. But yeah, we will get started. So generally I show books first if I get any. I did get one book this month, and it wasn't what I thought was going to be the book that I got in February, because I thought that I would get the Mythographic World Winter book, which has only just come out. Well, it came out mid-Feb for us in the UK, but it wasn't really on Amazon until about a week later, and I just haven't placed an order yet. I had only just finished A Picture in Mythographic Paradise actually, and just didn't feel the need to get it right away. I will get it at some point. But yeah, that is now out, so I thought once it's on Amazon that would be the one. But I am so excited to share this book with you that I did get in February, and it is Wild Mouse Yururu's Journey Sketch. I think that's what it translates to. I have a flip through of it on my channel, and I was sent this by the company Chill and Sarah on Etsy. They are a fantastic store. They are the cheapest place that I've found for shipment from Japan, and the shipping is so fast. This took under a week to get to me, which is crazy, like Japan to UK. I do say more in detail about their shop in the flip through video, but I just want to say again, thank you so much. And the customer service was amazing. They're so friendly, and you know, you can really rely on them. I've purchased from them before, and I absolutely love their shop. So I'm so excited to receive this, and because it wasn't on YouTube yet at that time, Anne from Pretty Pages 71 did put a flip through up later. I didn't really know what to expect from it, because I could only see a few of the preview images, and honestly this is by far probably one of my favourite colouring books ever. And it was kind of a gamble, because yeah, I'd only seen a few of the pictures, so I didn't know what the whole book was going to be like, and I was so pleased with it. Like, it surpassed all my expectations, and I really do think it's such a stunning book. I know many people have got it on their wish lists or have purchased it, and I would really urge you, if you're into this sort of thing, definitely go for it. It's just a mixture of sort of there are some things that look more realistic, but some things look more cartoony, I guess. The bird that I coloured definitely was drawn more realistically. It's my chaffinch there, but it's so gorgeous. I know many people have said it reminds them of Bramley Hedge. Totally, I think it does. We used to have the books, and I've looked in our loft and I can't find them, unfortunately, but I can always search up images. But it's just so gorgeous, and it goes through the seasons, which is my thing. Some pages are more simple than others, and it is just beautiful. I love it. If you like animals, nature, flowers, leaves, you're going to love this. And there are some that are more well, bitty sort of pages, in terms of there are some that are the sketchbook, so these are clearly Yururu's sketches, and then there are some that are actual scenes, a few double spreads as well. And this is by the very talented Makiko Inatome, who I recently found on Instagram, and he is just a fantastic illustrator, and I would really urge you to also follow him if you haven't already, because yeah, his artwork is great. I just can't wait to work in this more. I can already tell this is going to be one of my most coloured books in 2022. I always seem to find a book at the beginning of each year that I then colour in loads. I remember 2019 it was Fantastic Zoo. 2022 it's this one. Can't remember last year. But it's just absolutely amazing. So yeah, more about this on my flip through video if you're interested. But yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. I'm so thrilled with that. Okay, so moving on to supplies. I've got some colouring related things, a couple of crafty bits as well. So the first thing was actually suggested by a lovely subscriber, Claire Walters, and I had mentioned how my alcohol markers were drying up, and she suggested using rubbing alcohol to like revive them. And it seemed like such a clever idea, and so I went into Boots and found Surgical Spirit, which I believe is the same thing. I did search up, is Surgical Spirit the same as rubbing alcohol, because I think rubbing alcohol is the American term, and yeah, they seem to be the same thing. It worked, so I hope it is. But yeah, she was so helpful, and thank you so much, Claire, because it has worked. Basically what you do with this, or at least what I did, was pulled apart the marker, so you can get tweezers or scissors or whatever. Just be careful to not chop off the end of the marker. But yeah, you just pull the tip out, and then put a few pipettes, put a few drops of the Surgical Spirit with a pipette into the marker, and then you just put the tip back in, because as Claire said to me, it's not the ink that's run out, it's just the fact that it's dried up. So the actual ink is still there, it just needs reviving with more liquid. And it really does work. A tip I have is that it depends what end of the marker you're using. If you just keep them horizontally stored, it's the best thing for the marker. But with the markers that I have that are really run out, I tend to store them upright so that the tip that I want to be revived the most, I put that down. So it tends to be the fine tip that I want more, because it's more convenient. So I just make sure that I have the tip facing down so that hopefully all of it flows down, and then just leave it for a bit. But it has worked so far, and I've used it on quite a few of my markers, so that's a real lifesaver. So thank you so much, Claire. And this was, I think, like £4 or £5. It's really inexpensive and it'll last such a long time, so thank you for that. What to show you next? I think I will share my purchases from the Craft Compendium shop. So one of my favourite artists on Instagram that I have found is Claire Therese, and she's got a book that's come out which is a like painting nature gouache book, which I haven't got yet, but it is on my wish list, and I'd like to potentially get it for my birthday or at some point. But her artwork is amazing. Again, she's someone I'd really I urge you to go and check out. But also, as always, Nina Sajner has always been one of my favourite artists, and I absolutely love her colouring book. And I went on there because Claire Therese come out with a new collection, and whilst I was scrolling there, I found one of the collections that Nina Sajner had done years back, and it was still on the website, and I could not believe my luck. I think they are still on there if you're interested. But yeah, basically I just picked up a few things because it's a great website. I've seen many of the collections before, I'm subscribed to them, and I do lots of card making and crafting and stuff when I have the time. So I picked up these two books of the papers. You can get these in, I think it's 12 by 12. They're very big, or 20, I don't know. These are 6 by 6 inch ones. And these have 40 sheets that are double-sided, which is great. So I've already been using them a bit. As you can see, I made a card for Sarah Jane using these, but they're double-sided, so some of them are more patterny ones, like these flower ones, and you get 4 of each design, and some of them, as you can see here, have the animals on. So this one's the In the Forest one, which is the new collection by Claire, and they're so cute. I love them so much. This smaller one, everything is downsized, so if you got the bigger one, I imagine the bears and stuff would be a lot bigger. And these scene ones are lovely too. They'd be nice bookmarks or creating a scene or something. They're just so gorgeous. And then they come with these additional elements on the covers. So if you wanted to chop these up and make stickers or things like that, you could. I'd be tempted to, instead of breaking the whole thing apart, maybe trying to photocopy them and make stickers, not to sell or anything, but just for fun. But they're just adorable. This is just my sort of thing. I would love it if she'd make a colouring book. But yeah, it's just really gorgeous. And then Nina's, again, same sort of style. I was so chuffed to find this. So we have the deer, again, double-sided. And then we have the squirrels. A winter scene as well. So you can make cards and things out of this. It's perfect. And I found loads of these on her website as well and was photocopying them and playing around with stickers. But to actually have the papers now is just fantastic. And these I could easily make stickers out of, like cut a little circle and use. They're just adorable. And the fact that many of us can't even, you know, get her colouring books anymore, the fact that you could still have something by Nina Stadner as well, I think is really lovely. So I believe they're still available. I also got Nina's washi tapes and Claire's washi tapes, so they are to go with their collections. Nina's stuff, because it's older, was less expensive, which surprised me actually, because you get 3 washi tapes in that one. But we have the bear with the animal friends, which is so cute. I'll put these back in the packaging later, but you get 5 meters of each, which is fairly reasonable actually, considering their price. And they're good washi tapes as well. And then we have this lovely tree scene. And then in Nina's we have 3. So, ooh, get it out. Yeah. So I love Nina's style, the fact that it's really neutral. Again, we have lots of the animals there. Not sure if you can see that. Is it going to focus? Yeah, in neutral greens and browns and greys. And then we have the deer, the fox. These are quite transparent because, as I said, they're neutral, but they're just gorgeous. And then you also get a bronzy thin one. And I use thin washi tapes quite a lot. I can't actually find, here you go, the end. Yeah, I thought that was a really cute addition as well. So you technically get 3. And I like the fact that this is kind of a standard width, this one. But then all the others are thicker. And you can find thicker washi tapes around, but they tend to be like really expensive. Like the MT ones will tend to be like £4 per washi tape for thick ones. And they're really useful, and I think they're gorgeous, so I'm very happy to have those. And the final thing that I got whilst browsing was again by Claire, but it was a different collection, this woodland collection, and I was so tempted to get other things in this woodland collection as well, but I didn't want to spend too much. But the papers I could have got as well, I could have got so much. But these are wood shapes, so I'm not sure entirely what I'm going to use these for yet, but I just couldn't not get these because they were so gorgeous, and they were so inexpensive as well. They were like £2.99 for these. So you get 10 wood shapes, and you could use these for cards or like a multitude of things really. We have these kind of wooden shaped advent calendars that we use for Christmas, and my mum reuses it every year, and you could easily make an advent calendar out of this. That would be really fun if you got some from other collections and, I don't know, maybe painted a scene or something and then put numbers. But they're just so pretty and I love them. I really do. Just love her style, and they're just going to be great for whatever I end up using them for. But yeah, I just think they're gorgeous, and I was so happy to find these and Nina's because I didn't even know that they were still on there. But I will put a link to Craft Compendium down below if you're interested, and I'm pretty sure Nina's stuff is still on there because I only got these at the beginning of the month. and I think that collection's been out for 4+ years or something. So that's everything I got from Craft Compendium. And then I don't think I even mentioned on my channel, we went away last weekend in half term to look at unis. So we went back to Harrogate, where I used to live, just to have a look around and see friends, and then we went to Durham and Manchester. And so, of course, as you do, as we were passing places, I grabbed a couple of things. So there's a crafty art shop in Harrogate that I didn't even know sold art supplies until literally recently. I thought it was just a stationery shop, like with you know, like pens and papers and things. But no, I was so surprised. We went to the downstairs bit and they sell so many Derwent products. Everything from Derwent Lightfast to, I think they definitely had Colour Soft, Inktense, but they had the Lightfast ones. So yeah, they had the Derwent Lightfast, which I haven't tried yet. And so many people were recommending them because they go really well with the luminance, and I'm slowly building up my luminance collection. So I thought, well, I'll try a couple that are different colours from what I already have in the luminance and see how I feel about them. And I really, really like them. So I got Spruce Green and Light Aqua, and there really isn't a colour like Light Aqua in the luminance sets. So I'm really pleased to have this one. It's so light, and there were loads. Oh my God, there were loads of colours I could have picked. But no, I can tell they're going to be really good with the luminance. And bearing in mind that there's now 100 colours of each, that's just fantastic. They are expensive, so there's no way that I'm going to be able to just get them in one go. But I'll probably continue to build up my luminance first, and maybe get a couple of these with them. But I love them, and the fact that they had them in a shop, I've never seen them in an actual art shop before. They've only had, well, WH Smith amazingly sell Derwent pastel pencils, Colour Soft, and the Derwent drawing, I think, but they don't sell Lightfast. I was very surprised to see those. And something that I was shocked about was they were doing a sale for some Derwent pencils, and they were, I think, the watercolour pencils and the Derwent Artists, but they were the old line, and these are proper vintage Derwent Artists. These are the ones that Peter Hewitt uses, and they were 97p each. Could not pass these up. I mean, these, I don't know how many generations of Derwent Artists these are going back, but these are the ones that Peter Hewitt uses, I believe. So we have the Rexel Cumberland ones, and then the Derwent Artist. They're two different types, but I've got golden brown, spectrum orange, and deep chrome, and I don't know if these colours are still in the updated set, but it's just amazing, and I'll probably use these. I mean, they're not, I use oranges and browns, not as much as other colours, but just the fact that I have some vintage Derwent Artists, that is amazing. And they work really well. They're not as hard as I thought they'd be. I have a few Derwent Artists out of the newer line, and they're much harder. I much prefer these, if I'm honest. I wish they still did this formula. But yeah, they're a nice little blend, and they'll work really well for things. But I think I'll mostly just keep them for, you know, just to say I have a few. Yeah, I was very excited to find those. So very surprising actually to find these, and I'm very, very excited about them. And then when we were in Durham, there was a cute little art gallery, which I didn't know about. We've only been to Durham once before. I think I was about 6, and I didn't remember it. But yeah, we went back, and it was really sweet. It was mainly an art gallery, and then they had a little art supplies section. And my brushes are getting absolutely frayed. These are the brushes I use constantly for my glitter paints, my gouache. They're the most common ones I use because they're amazing. I have a bigger one as well. I feel like it's a 6 or an 8. I can see it. It's just too far away. Anyway, yeah, they're getting pretty frayed, especially this number 2. And I've had them for years. I got them probably about 3 birthdays ago, and I've used them so much. I mean, this one's falling apart. I've had to sellotape that one together, but I love the Pro Art brushes. They're my favourites. And when we were there, they had some. So I got 2 to replace them. Now, these are the polar ones. I don't know what the difference is between the polar ones and the Scholars, but they seemed about the same price as well. These are white nylon ones, and I got a 0 and a 4. So the 0 is smaller than the 2, which works perfectly because I found myself needing a brush smaller than this one. And then the 4 is a direct replacement of the 4 that I have. I'll still use these at some point. They'll come in handy, but it's nice to have fresh ones. And yeah, they'll be brilliant. I haven't used them yet because I've kept them pristine for the moment. But they're great. I just love how slick these paintbrushes are, and they're great. And also, they had a woodless Kohinoor Progresso pencil for 75p in white. And I thought, I've never tried these before. Might come in handy for highlights or trying this out, because I've never tried a fully woodless pencil before apart from the Caran d'Ache blender. So yeah, I've really used it a bit, and it's quite a good blender as well because it's not too opaque, so it just kind of smooths things together. So yeah, they're the little finds from my travels. The only other thing was this cute tin, which I'm going to show you, which will only make sense once you see the last thing that I have to share. So I'll share this first. I was finally able to buy some paints from Rebecca at the Art Spirits. Over the years, I've seen many people with handmade watercolors, and they've always been something that I would have loved to try. And my grandparents very kindly gave me some pocket money and like a half-term treat. And so I decided to get these, as well as a dress as well. And I absolutely love them. And the paints that I have, the metallic ones, I love. Like my Calero Stardust is fantastic. I love my Calero paints. The Graby ones are really good. I've just always wanted to try handmade watercolours to compare them, and everybody says that they're the best paints. And they're brilliant. So I will be doing a video. There will be a video coming out in March. So I did an unboxing of these, and then I'll be comparing them to my other paints, which I haven't filmed yet. But yeah, these are the colours that I chose. I have done a swatch here, which hopefully you can see. So this one's Stardust, which I wanted to get to compare with the Calero Stardust, because the Calero Stardust is my ultimate favourite, and this one is just as good as it, if not better. It is really good. Then we've got Glittering Gold, I believe, which is a foil one, which is kind of like the Stardust one except gold. I like it watered down, personally, for me. I was trying to get a really thick application here, hence why it's a little clumpy, which is definitely my fault, the way I applied it. But yeah, I really like watering that down, so it's got a lovely light glittery effect. And then we've got this one, which is a full-on glitter one. This is Rainbow Dust. This is 3D glitter. I've used it on my Ladybird page that I did, if you want to see that in my completed pages. And then we've got Glittering Luna, Glistening Surf, and Glittering Sage. So the Glistening Surf is a metallic with glitter in, and then the Glittering Luna and Glittering Sage are also foil ones. They're just gorgeous. I wanted to try and pick colours that were different from ones I already had in my other sets, and they're just so unique, and I love them, and I've been using them a lot. They all come with magnets on the bottom, and just the way Rebecca packaged them is so gorgeous, and you really feel like you're purchasing something special. And you can tell the amount of effort she puts into wrapping them. Oh, they're stunning. So the reason I got this little tin here was because I thought I'm probably not going to be in a position again where I can buy a full set. So I thought, well, what I'd do instead is just, if I used to slowly build up my collection and buy a couple here and there, I can put them in this tin, because I could always buy a tin from Rebecca to put them in again. But I spotted this one and I thought, Peter Rabbit, love Peter Rabbit. So actually having this to be able to put them in would be great. They're exactly the same size as well. So yeah, that's a really nice find, and I'll definitely be purchasing more paints from Rebecca, undoubtedly. But these definitely, from first impressions, match up to the Coliro paints. And I think the uniqueness of them as well means that they're definitely worth getting, because you're never going to find one like Rainbow Dust that Coliro do. You're just not. Like, Coliro don't do those sorts of paints that you can tell it's handmade. The ones that you're more likely to find similar shades to are things like the Glittery Luna, the Glittering Surf, but even the Glittering Sage, even the Glistening Surf, I don't think Coliro do a full like turquoisey blue like this. They do sky blue, but that's a different sort of blue. So handmade paints, I think, really allow you to find unique shades. I just think they're gorgeous, and the fact that they're all in this cute tin as well, I just love it. So I'm beyond thrilled with these, and I hope you enjoyed the video and seeing the unboxing when it comes out at some point this month. So I think that's everything I have to share with you. I hope I haven't forgotten anything. But yeah, I am so thrilled with things that I got in February, and as always, I love doing these videos, but you know, it's never me trying to show off. I just like doing haul videos, and I thought I'd get into the habit of doing them every month. I can't remember how long I've been doing these for now, probably over a year, because I think I started doing them religiously every month a while ago. But yeah, that's everything I have to share with you. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all in my next video. Take care, everyone. Bye!